What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys, and in today's video I want to talk some Ghost of Tsushima. I'm excited. Very excited. Can you tell? Yeah, really excited. But anyway, today I have an article here that I haven't even read myself. I like saving these articles to read along with y'all. Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima devs discuss challenging combat, incredibly difficult samurai fights. That is the name of the article, guys. And before we get into that, Peter Griffin has a word for us.
Sure. Thanks for introducing me, dear. Check out this anime stuff from beautiful Halo and support the channel. Hit the subscribe button, whatnot. Oh, yeah, I like that Master Roshi shirt there. Yeah. So, link is in the description box below along with the promo codes. Right back at you.
All right, so let's read this article here. Ghost of Tsushima devs discuss challenging combat, incredibly difficult samurai fights. And by the way, that was me
Doing the voice of Peter Griffin here.
So just for anybody new who don't, anyway. But let's read this because this is interesting. Incredibly difficult samurai fights. But guys, a couple of blows and the enemy will kill you. I know immediately people are going to say, oh my gosh, another Dark Souls type. I don't think this game is going to be as difficult as those games. Right off the bat, I can already tell you, guys, this game is going to push you to play as the Ghost. Hence the name Ghost of Tsushima. Guys, this is what you have to realize about this because, you know, is it going to be difficult as a samurai? Yes, but even in the narrative of the story, they tell you that Jin Sakai, the main character, he's going the way of the Ghost because the way of the samurai just isn't going to get it done, guys. Look at what the article is telling you. Ghost of Tsushima devs discuss challenging combat, incredibly difficult samurai fights. This is really awesome. I haven't even read the article yet, but I can already tell the route that they're going. They are wanting you to become the Ghost because the Ghost doesn't get seen. The Ghost drops in on people and assassinates and just like Shinobi style in there. You know what I'm saying? That's why they fear the Ghost. They don't fear the samurai. They fear the Ghost. The game wants you to play as the Ghost. If you want a challenge in this game, play as a samurai. If you want a challenge but not as bad as playing samurai, play as a Ghost. But let's read the article because I'm already. Anyway, Ghost of Tsushima's recent State of Play showcase offered a brief look at how combat will work in the upcoming open world PS4 adventure from Sucker Punch. But some new details have revealed just how challenging the combat is meant to be. Speaking with IGN Nordic, Ghost of Tsushima game director Nate Fox explained how Jin Sakai, that's the main character, though a trained and skilled samurai can be felled by a few hits. Players won't just be able to go swords blazing into an encampment and take out a dozen foes. Of course, that's why you want to take the Ghost route because then you're not seen, you're in and you're out kind of thing. Yeah, so for all those people, I even saw Syriax tweet about this earlier saying he's going to play as a samurai. Guys, basically, if you want a challenge in this game, play as a samurai. I mean, the samurai and the Ghost are saying, but I'm saying don't use the Ghost abilities. Just samurai it out and it's going to be tough. Anyway, we're trying to make a grounded game in that sense. So a couple of blows from an enemy will kill you, Fox said. The game is very challenging. We have 3 words to describe the combat: mud, blood, and steel. Now, and you will hear them echo that a lot because that's like their motto for this game. Okay. We absolutely honor the lethality of the sword. We watch samurai movies and people go down with 1 or 2 strikes and that's embedded inside of the combat. I really like that because it adds some realism to it. They're not trying to be like Dark Souls or those games, Sekiro, Neo, all that kind of stuff. They're just being realistic about the thing. Like, bro, if you get hit 2 times with a sword, you probably out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. That doesn't mean, anyway. And that is embedded inside the combat. Beating the Mongols in battle will be hard, but it's that challenge that makes it feel alive and the victory rewarding. You just can't run into an encampment and fight 5 people at the same time. You'll get overwhelmed and die. I love that. That right there separates this game from Assassin's Creed. Because a lot of people was looking at at Ghost of Tsushima, the state of play and stuff, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's another Assassin's Creed with samurais. No, it's not. And this is telling you that it's not. This is, like I said, I don't think it'll be as hard as Dark Souls, but you'll definitely have to consider how you approach combat. And the way of the Ghost is going to make the game easier, guys. That's the name of the game. Ghost of Tsushima. The Ghost, if you watch the Ghost gameplay, he does the assassins. He sneaks up on people and things like that. Like, there's a way to do this. There's a reason why in the story, Jin Sakai goes the way of the Ghost. Once again, because he says that the way of the samurai just isn't going to get it done. It's not good enough. The State of Play showcase, but at the end of the day, guys, Jin is still a samurai. And the producers talked about that. He's not becoming, he is becoming something different, but at his core, he's still samurai. Showed some expert play. Look at that. State of Play showcased some expert play. When we was watching the gameplay, there wasn't some scrubs on the controllers. Like, it looked easy, but I guarantee you in the game, it's not going to be that easy. When IGN spoke to creative director and art director Jason Connell about Ghost of Tsushima, he echoed that sentiment of players needing to employ all of Jin's techniques. Syriacs, Mr. I'ma play as a samurai, you're gonna have a hard time. And you probably don't mind that, but you know, if you're up for a challenge, guys, play as a samurai, including those he acquired while doing the identity of the tutelar ghost. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, no, I'm sorry. There can be a lot of enemies around you, and you'll have to start using some of the ghost tactics to start augmenting your play style. You'll have to start using some of the ghost tactics to start augmenting your play style, because otherwise 7 or 8 guys around you might be too much for a samurai to handle. Keyword is might be. So this is, guys, I'm really loving the way that this sounds so far, because they're basically saying, look, if you want a challenge in this game, like, I don't think there's going to be a difficulty setting in this game. I think the difficulty is going to be more player driven, whereas if you play as the Ghost more, then the game is easier. But if you want to go in samurai sword slashing, it's going to be tough. I like that you have to take a creative approach to it, because, I mean, it's combat. That's understandable. For those looking for extra challenge, though, they can turn to what Fox described as duels against other expert fighters. One thing we didn't show at State of Play, which I wish we had, a new feature, was that the game features duels against other expert swordsmen. This is classic samurai stuff. Those fights are incredibly tough, and they're driven from personality and get solved in the most cinematic way possible, which is also true to fantasy. You need to study your opponent and understand how they attack in order to win, he explained. We also have an answer to a lingering question from State of Play Showcase Combat section, namely what exactly the HUD meant for Tsushima's gameplay. So let's back up to this. A duel against another expert swordsman. Like, is this gonna be a multiplayer thing? Is it gonna be an in-game thing? It's very vague right here. It's not really saying much to that regard. One thing we didn't show at State of Play, I wish we had. For those looking for the extra challenge, they can turn to what Fox described as duels against other expert fighters. So I'm thinking that's like maybe a multiplayer thing, you facing off. But that would be kind of dull, like 2 Jin Sakais. Like, how would you do that? One thing we didn't show at State of Play, which I wish we had, was that the game features duels against other expert swordsmen. So maybe like each class, like in the Mongol group, there's someone who's an expert swordsman. And instead of fighting a group of people, you could choose to either fight the group or do the deal with the swordsman. Maybe you do that and the people run off after you beat them. I don't know. That's a lot of speculation into that. The HUD. They're talking about the HUD. So the red bar is the health. And I was wondering about this too, what those gold spears are. The gold spears are Jin's resolve. He uses these to regain a little bit of health. Interesting. Also, it's his grit to perform his most devastating attacks. These attacks drain him a little bit, so you have to make a tactical decision if you rather heal or bring the fight, Fox told GameSpot. So that's very interesting. So those gold orbs that we saw in the gameplay showcases you can either use them to heal him, or they basically act as his stamina for his attacks. This game right here is gonna be pretty deep. This is very, very interesting. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, man. Like, bruh, come on. Hit that subscribe button. It is free. Doesn't cost you anything at all. And it helps me to grow and produce content and do what I love doing. Also, we got the GeoStack coming at the end of the month, guys. 4 lucky people are going to get those $10 gift cards. We'll be getting into that later. But this is interesting. So the state of play, looking at the game, it did put me in the mindset of an Assassin's Creed, Breath of the Wild kind of thing. But this is actually interesting because though you have elements from those games, it seems like the core gameplay is going to be a lot more, I mean, I hate to say it, but more kind of Souls and Sekiro and Neo type driven. Like, in a sense, not in the sense that if you die, you have to start all the way over from a spawn point. That's why I feel like it'll be easier than those games. I think that this game is going to be difficult like those simply because you're not going to be able to take a bunch of hits and live. Like, you're going to have to really, there's some strategy involved in this thing, and I really, really like that, and it's very interesting. And then they already have a more in-depth challenge for people who want a more in-depth challenge in the swordsman thing. That is really dope. But we haven't had a chance to go hands-on with Ghost of Tsushima yet. We did learn plenty more about it following the state of play, including the decision by Sucker Punch to move away from infamous karma meters. So we went over that last time. Sucker Punch's biggest game means in the black and white film grade. That is super duper dope, dude. That is super dope. So this game takes on a completely different meaning, man. Like, as of right now, I mean, and like I said, at the end of the day, they want you to take on those ghost tactics. That is what's going to make this game easier, and it plays right into the story. I love how they did that. Like, I wonder if people realize exactly what they've done with that feature in the game. The fact that if you play the game as a samurai that goes against the story, it's going to be harder. That's why Jin is beginning to take on ways of the ghost, because he realizes that, bro, this samurai stuff ain't going to get it done against these Mongols. They savages, you know? So he has to take on other means, and those means involve being sneaky, behind the back type stuff, killing them when they ain't looking. And those things are the way of like the shinobi and stuff, and that's looked down in samurai culture. The way of the samurai is you fight your man head up, face to face, you take him on, you have honor, you have pride. Then going behind their back, assassinating people and stuff like that, that is not the way of the samurai. But Jin sees that, bruh, look, this going head to head honor crap, it ain't working, man. This is too tough. We need to go about this a different way. And that's why he begins to transition as the ghost. Like, for them to have that in the story, but to even like implement that into the gameplay is extremely astounding. Like, bro, that blows my mind. I can't wait to get this game because, like, I've been playing Neo 2 and I like it. I love it. It's fun. It's really, really fun. Only thing I don't like about those games is when you die, you, like, got to start all over. Like, I hate that. So I don't think they'll do that with this game because it's an open world game after all. But the fact, I don't mind dying. I don't mind dying. I don't like starting everything over. Like, to me, that it bores the game. Like, I'm like, I don't want to have to do this over again. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think it'll be difficult. Like, when I say it won't be as hard as those games, I think that's the difference between this game and those games, aside from other things like open worldness and stuff like that. But as far as like the difficulty of combat, I think that that's where this game is easier. Whereas when you die, it's not going to start you over completely. At least I hope it doesn't. It shouldn't, because it's an open world game. Those games are linear. But anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. This is very interesting, and I'm going to look into this some more. Like I said, hit that like button, please. Please, guys, please, I'm asking you, do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel if you're watching the video, man. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single upload, guys. That's all I have for right now. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.